What's up, guys? Today we're working on a 2008 Chevy Trailblazer. So we are going to be replacing the exhaust manifold. Pretty common issue on these. I think some of the Envoys and I think is one of the Buicks, if I remember right. The exhaust manifold would crack in a couple places. They had a recall on it a long time ago, up to a certain time frame and up to a certain mileage. This one has exceeded that, so we'll go ahead and replace it. Got new bolts, new gasket, and a new donut, and OSHA approved footwear. Let's get to it. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get some crap out of the way. I'm going to take the air filter out, hose. Might have to loosen the AC line. Don't have to take it out, just got to move it up out of the way. Take the heat shield off. I'll get better detail of everything. And then when we get to the manifold bolts, I'm going to spray it down with the WD-40 rust release. That way it can penetrate those threads and we can get it off a little bit easier. And then I'll try to also capture footage of the where the manifold and downpipe meet up. That's going to be a little hard to do, hard to shoot, but I'll try to do it for y'all. So for the airbox, you're going to want a flathead, at least a flathead or an 8 for the clamp up here. But you can use a Phillips or a flathead for these 3 bolts. 3 screws rather. And I'm going to unhook the sensor as well. Or maybe not, maybe not. Might have enough slack to just throw this all over here. Alright, so you have 1 here, 2 here, there's that bottom one, and then there's 1 way back here, it's about right here, and they're 10s, so we'll go ahead and get those out, and then we'll spray down the manifold bolts, let that stuff penetrate, and then we're going to get this mount off as well, and that's holding the AC line on. That way we can make some room. Alright, so I got my 3/8 ratchet, 3/8 to half adapter, and a 10 millimeter 1/2" socket. And we can get most of them off with just that. That's 1. Damn it, boy. My whole ass ratcheting tin just broke. Makes sense. Harbor Freight. Second thing to only have ever broken from there. So that's interesting. So we're over here getting that clip out, and we'll come over to the driver's side. Get this one out, and then it should move out of the way. It's also a 10. Alright, so I had to take the dipstick out. There's a bolt that goes right here, like that. It might take a while. Take the dipstick out. That allows you more room to get the exhaust manifold out. Alright, so I'm going to remove this EGR. 2 13 bolts on it. 1 here, 1 in the back. Take this line off, and then take the connector off as well. First time for everything, I guess. Oh, Jesus. Come on. There you go. Alright. Alright, so you want to unhook the O2 sensor harness from the dipstick. It's got a Christmas tree clip in it. And then take the 10mm off that holds the trans stick up. And then that allows you access to the other 13mm on the EGR. And we'll see what else we gotta do, right? So take 13. I like to get things hand loose before I go with this, just in case they don't snap right off the bat. Also, I highly recommend you wear some closed-toed shoes. I keep almost dropping all my fucking tools on my feet. This has another one of those clips that was on the air sensor. So just get that on. Like that. Take the EGR off. Pretty small ass EGR as far as opening wise. It's pretty crazy. Alright. Let me slide this baby back up. Heat shields up. So we come down here. This is what I was talking about. Get the massive crack in there, man. Start smelling on the inside. Maybe loss of power because that air is escaping before the O2s, which is right there. Yeah, there it is right there. We'll get it out and see how it goes. Alright, so now I'm just spraying this penetrating oil. God, that was right. Alright, I'm gonna let that sit there for a while. I might let it sit for like 10 minutes because that shit is usually pretty tight. Now I'll come back. You see that one move too. Hello. So I'll let him know about that. See if he wants to do those sometime. Definitely gonna need either, I wouldn't say a short, I have a medium U-joint, 10-inch, half-inch extension, and then a extendable ratchet. comes in handy. This is probably the only way you're going to get it out with the U-joint. If you use a regular deep well, it's going to be too long. If you use a regular deep socket, it's going to contact the cat, and you're just going to round off the head. Thankfully I noticed before I completely did that. So now I'm going to finish unbolting all the manifold bolts, and they'll pop right out. See you then. Get these loose enough by hand so I can get them with my electric. I am so sorry, but I got it out already. But when it's in here, you just pull the AC line up, you know, push it like this, and you want the back end to go down a little bit and get the front end right through here, and it'll come out. It's a little heavy, it's not too heavy. And I'll go ahead and show you all the crack that's on it. Goes all the way around. So you'll see this side, you know, when you're taking it off. And then here's that crack. And it goes all the way around. All the way around town and back again.